In an op-ed in the New York Times, columnist Thomas Friedman has issued a plea to both U.S. President Joe Biden and Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, cautioning against pursuing a normalization deal with Israel. This warning comes amidst increased diplomatic efforts to broker a security agreement between the United States and Saudi Arabia, reportedly including the normalization between Saudi Arabia and Israel. In exchange, Israel would make symbolic gestures towards the Palestinians. Friedman accuses Netanyahu of attempting to win over the United States into an agreement that would not only curtail the power of Israel's Supreme Court, but also elevate him to a domestic hero status. Controversially, Friedman suggests that Netanyahu's government resembles extremist hate groups and warns that the government is actively seeking alliances with far-right European parties with a history of anti-Semitism. Friedman concludes his piece by underlining the urgency of halting Netanyahu's government. In a historic ceremony graced by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Papua New Guinea's Prime Minister, Papua New Guinea officially inaugurated its embassy in Jerusalem on Tuesday. This monumental step makes Papua New Guinea as the fifth nation to establish an embassy in the capital of Israel. Marape emphasized the profound religious significance of this move for his nation, with over 95% of Papua New Guineans identifying as Christian. Netanyahu underscored the historical and spiritual importance of Jerusalem, the birthplace of Israel's heritage and eternal values. This new embassy finds its home in the Jerusalem Technology Park, joining other nations like Guatemala and Honduras. Israel has maintained diplomatic ties with Papua New Guinea since 1978, with its embassy in Australia handling affairs with the island nation. Papua New Guinea's alignment with Israel at the United Nations adds to its growing geopolitical significance, especially in the ongoing competition between China and the United States for influence in the Pacific region. President Yitzhak Herzog emphasized the need for unity, saying, "In times of crisis, leadership must seize rare opportunities for agreement. This is one of those moments. Enough is enough. I urge the leaders to act responsibly." This plea comes as Israel faces a historic event in its legal system. On September 12th, the Supreme Court will convene its full 15-judge bench for the first time to deliberate on an appeal against a recent amendment curbing the court's authority. Gantz confirmed leaked details of proposals, placing the responsibility on Prime Minister Netanyahu to navigate through the hardline factions in their coalition, pushing for extensive reform. This as Netanyahu invited Gantz for unity talks. Meanwhile, Justice Minister Yariv Levin dismissed these reports as trial balloons, arguing against Supreme Court intervention in judicial legislation.
Experience the power of truth with ILTV News. If you're looking for quality content and captivating visuals, join our news community and become an integral part of our team as we embark on a mission to unveil the real Israel, dismantling the web of lies and misinformation that surround reporting on Israel. By subscribing to ILTV News, you will not only have access to the latest updates, but you will also amplify our message, creating a ripple effect that carries the truth far and wide. Subscribe today and help reshape the narrative. Available on the web, Android, and Apple.